बहुत relevance है इस मैच का विनीत. There's a lot at stake, and we'll talk about both the key factors. If we go on to lose, how will it impact us? We'll start with the next talking point here. Race for WTC final gets intense. Every match in WTC is of utmost importance. We were cruising. Bangladesh ke khilaf we won 2 test match. We were thinking, okay, this is a 3 match test series. We'll win all three. We'll win a match here and there in Australia. We'll go and play the WTC final. But उस प्लान पे पानी, लिटरली पानी फिर गया था बेंगलोर में पहले दिन तो पूरा. उसके बाद न्यूजीलैंड ने जिस तरीके से खेला, डू यू थिंक दिस इज अ प्रेशर दैट विल इम्पैक्ट द इंडियन टीम? एंड अगर यहाँ से हारते हैं, डू यू सी इंडिया क्रूजिंग टू द WTC फाइनल और नॉट?
Yet, even in the last WTC cycle, if you remember, India were in a situation where they had to win their last series against England, and you saw the kind of performance they put in. You saw the kind of talks around the pitch. So I don't really think that it's a kind of a situation where काफी pressure में आ गए. This is the same pressure they had. I think WTC cycle in itself is such that you jitne bhi aap lead kar rahe ho, because of that percentage point being calculated rather than the wins and everything, every team will have a chance, I think, till the time they play their last series. And even for somebody like in India who've been in cruise control mode in test cricket, at least in India, they still have that thing ki yaar aakhri mein ek away test khelna hai. So I don't think that dekho pressure rahega, but I don't think they will be overwhelmed or overwrought by that pressure. It still should be fairly easy for India. Losing this game, definitely, I mean, the implications would be much, much greater in terms of, you'd end up ending your 20th 11-year streak at home and all of those things. But theoretically, you won't be thinking of that. Not even the Indian team ki haar gaya to kya hoga, wo jeetenge hi jeetenge, wo to hai hi hai. What happened in Bangalore, we have to remember, it was kind of a perfect storm for India, right? Conditions favorable mil gaye. New Zealand, some decision blunders, India could have batted first and all of that. Look, New Zealand exploited that thing. That was the key thing New Zealand did. Ab yahan pe aake dobara wo karte hain, we don't know. I mean, looking at the two pitches now, they are going to be given in Pune and in Mumbai. Look, you could have this argument, the New Zealand Pacers were probably at par with the Indian Pacers, but when it comes to spinners, that's a long gap. So I don't really theoretically think that India will lose this series or the match that we are discussing. Implications to WTC, ek eye to rahega hi rahega, and it's not that complicated for Team India. For somebody like a South Africa, let's say if they manage to win against Bangladesh, they'll still be in the race. I think Bansala, producer, was telling us that South Africa does have a very easy affairs matches going ahead, so they could be in the race as well. Australia, BGT, they'll go all guns out, all guns blazing. So usme agar India falter big time, then Australia has a chance. But even then, for India, they secure a 2-1 victory in New Zealand. Heading into BGT, they'll be fairly, at ease in terms of WTC. They'll then think more of BGT, winning, retaining the BGT or retaining that BGT or trophy more than the WTC. So, wo complications, I don't think it's too much worry for Team India. But then again, back of the mind तुम्हारा रहता ही रहता है, and that is where you are seeing the kind of pitches जो पुणे में आपको दिखेगा. It's not just about that streak, it's also about WTC. It's also about maintaining that dominance at home. It's also about trying to giving out that statement that India is not an easy place to come and have a win take and you go back. That's not going to happen. So it's more about making a statement rather than thinking about all these complications. By the time BGT comes in, maybe they'll start thinking WTC dekha jayega, but I don't think Ambir and co would be thinking of it too much in this current series.
Yeah. No, very well said. Taus, I'd like to bring you in here. As Vineet said that WTC, even in the last cycle, we saw how India sort of reached to the finals. They had to win a series, they won it, and this is a place they have been, and they often come out as the better team and go and play the final. But आप यहाँ से न्यूजीलैंड से मैच हारते हैं तो ठीक है, WTC तो आप फिर भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया से जीत के आप फाइनल में जा सकते हैं. यू हैव दैट लिटिल स्पेस, छोटी स्पेस है, यू हैव दैट स्पेस. बट अगर आप ये मैच हार जाते हैं तो अ 12-year रिकॉर्ड, 2012 वाज द लास्ट टाइम इंडिया लॉस्ट एट होम अगेंस्ट द इंग्लैंड साइड लेड बाय लिस्टर कुक, और 18 टेस्ट सीरीज की स्ट्रीक अब तक जो मेंटेन किया इंडिया ने, अथॉरिटी मेंटेन किया कि हर टीम इंडिया आना चाहती है, इंडिया को इंडिया में टेस्ट सीरीज हराना चाहती है, वो टूट जाएगा. न्यूजीलैंड विल बी अ साइड who travel to India and beat India in test match. Do you think वो प्रेशर उनमें होगा? WTC ठीक है वो आगे हैंडल कर लेंगे, but do you think this pressure might play a certain role in this test match for India?
इनफैक्ट दोनों प्रेशर होगा. मैं एक प्रेशर का तो बात नहीं करूंगा क्योंकि दोनों प्रेशर बिकॉज यू नेवर नो यार. यू ब्रिंग ऑस्ट्रेलिया in the next series, right? And Australia, when Australia at home, it's very very difficult. That's why I keep on saying that the Ajinkya Rahane victory was a miracle, and everybody knows that it was a miraculous win. So nobody guarantees, especially I mean, even England can't guarantee that they can win Ashes in Australia so easily. So वो
Yeah,
प्रेशर तो रहेगा यार क्योंकि आप 5 में से 3-4 जीतने की बात कर रहे तो इट्स अ टास्क. इट्स क्वाइट अ टास्क फॉलोड बाय दिस स्ट्रीक. ये तो मेंटेन ही करना है कि you won't have, you can't allow any other foreign team to come and win and
mm,
break that particular streak, and Rohit Sharma won't because he's had a very very good season and he would like to keep that intact. So I think there will be too much pressure. Yeah. It's not just
mm,
about winning this series. It's about winning this match. It's about winning this series,
mm,
followed by the WTC worry and the the 11-year streak. तो
yeah,
ये मिलकर इतना सारा ये प्रेशर बहुत क्रिएट करेगा. और ये एंड में ऐसा नहीं कि यार वो दिमाग को लेके बैठ जाएंगे and they'll sit down and they'll start banging their heads on the walls and start thinking यार अब हमारा कोई वो नहीं. ऐसा नहीं होता स्पोर्ट में ऑब्वियसली दे विल एक्सेप्ट द प्रेशर कि यार चैलेंज है, ये आपको एक्सेप्ट करना है और ये आपको एक्सेप्ट करके आगे बढ़ना है और इसका सोल्यूशन निकालना है अपने स्ट्रेटेजीज के जरिए, अपने कॉन्फिडेंस, अपने बिलीफ के जरिए. एंड दैट इज व्हाट इट इज. दैट्स व्हाई दे आर प्रोड्यूसिंग. इट्स नॉट दैट कि इंडिया इज आर इंडियन बैटर्स आर ग्रेट प्लेयर्स ऑफ स्पिन. इसलिए मैं बोला कि ये खुद के मेडिसिन खा जाए को वो नहीं होना. इफ दे डग देयर ओन grave, they might also fall in it, so it's a double edged sword. Turning tracks, rank turners are like double edged sword. तो यहाँ पर कितने लोग कन्विंसिंगली ऐसे विकेट्स पे खेल सकते हैं कि आप स्वीप भी कर सकते हैं या आप स्टेप आउट करके इन द लाइन आके मिस नहीं करेंगे. तो ये दोनों टीम का होने वाला है. बट चांसेस इंडिया के इसलिए हायर है बिकॉज वी हैव बेटर स्पिनर्स, वी हैव
yeah,
बेटर
yeah,
बैटर्स हु कैन स्पिन. क्योंकि आप देखेंगे न्यूजीलैंड के बल्लेबाज, आई मीन द टॉप ऑर्डर बैट्समैन, दे वर स्वीपिंग स्पिनर्स सो कन्विंसिंगली इन द लास्ट गेम. तो अब जिसकी
yeah,
स्वीप्स, जो ज्यादा बेटर स्वीप खेल सकता है वो ये विकेट्स पे सक्सेसफुल होगा. और जिसका ज्यादा पेशेंस है, तो लकीली वी हैव क्वाइट अ फ्यू यंगस्टर्स हु कैन प्ले. ऑब्वियसली रोहित शर्मा कैन प्ले एंड विराट ने एक दो ग्लिम्स दिखाया था कि यार वो स्वीप खेलने का. तो शायद वो कॉन्फिडेंस वो पर्टिकुलर शॉट का लेके जाए आगे क्योंकि डजंट प्ले स्वीप रेगुलरली. तो आपको वो
yeah,
डेवलप इवॉल्व करना पड़ेगा अपना गेम की यार हमको यहाँ पर कैसे ये सिचुएशन में कैसे खेलना है. तो इट्स नॉट जस्ट अबाउट द अदर प्रेशर्स, इट्स ऑल्सो द प्रेशर ऑफ दैट विकेट. वेदर इफ दे विन द टॉस, दे हैव टू बैट फर्स्ट, get maximum runs because the wicket is going to get tougher and tougher and tougher, and it's going to be
mm,
very difficult to chase or keep a set a target, a strong target. It's got to be a competitive one, a closer
yeah.
one.
But
जो इस तरफ भी जा
uh,
सकते हैं वो उस तरफ भी जा
yeah,
सकते